Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Campervan Cory, my boy Rocko right here. We just got done taking a walk out here in the South Florida heat. It's ridiculous out here. Can't wait to head north. Had a couple questions on Rocko actually. Rocko's my dog right here. Had a couple questions. People asking what kind of dog he is and that. I'm not really sure what kind of dog he is, and if any of you guys could help me out, tell me maybe. I'd really appreciate that. I think he has Dotson in him, and maybe a little terrier or maybe corgi. I'm not sure. I actually found him probably about 4 months ago. He was living in the woods over by my parents' house. He was skin and bones. He was really unhealthy. He looked like someone beat him up and dropped him off. And he seemed to be lost, so he dug a little hole in the woods and he was just standing there. And I had walked outside one day and I looked down the road and I seen him way down at the end of the road, and the big ears and his color, I thought he was a little fox. So I ran down there to go check it out, and I realized it was a little dog. So I called him over, but he wouldn't come to me. He was really scared, really skittish. So I thought, alright, I'll go home and get some food and water and I'll get him to come to me. So I go home, I get some food and water. I was with my girlfriend at the time and her daughter. So we went home and we grabbed some food and water, and we came back and put it out, and he wouldn't come near the food or water if I was anywhere near it. So I stepped back and he came up, he drank all the water, he scarfed the food down. He was obviously hungry. He was out living in the garbage cans and stuff at the time he was out. So I tried going to touch him, but he ran away. Tried that whole day, I couldn't get him. I was determined to get him though. So every day I'd go out, I'd see him out in his little den. Still wouldn't come to me. He'd bark at me. I'd bring him food. He'd eat it. He'd run back away when he was done. So like day 5 of trying to get this little guy. Rocko, come here. Show the camera what you're doing, buddy. So day 5 of trying to get this guy. Come here, Rocko. Day 5 of trying to get this guy, I said, alright, I got to do something else. So I had a little, like a dog playpen on the side of my house. It's like a fence, a little square fence. So I set that up and I opened the door on it, and I went and found him in the woods, and I lured him down to my mom's house with food. I'd just throw a little piece of food and he'd follow along. And I let him right into the little playpen. And when he got in there, I shut the door and he instantly rolled right over and he surrendered to me, and that's when he let me pet him. And he's been my best friend ever since. I took him in and I started feeding him every day. He got to a good healthy weight. I took him to the vet. He had his shots, his vaccinations or whatever they do to them, and got him fixed. He got neutered. And he's been my best friend ever since. He's a really cool dog. They told me at the time that I found him when I took him to the vet that he was 9 months old. So I think he's probably around 14 months old right now. And like I said, if any of you guys know what kind of dog he is, just leave a comment below and I'd appreciate that. He's a really cool dog though. Somebody treated him bad and he had a rough start to his life, but hopefully he's going to have a good life with me, because I love him. He's my best friend, and I'm actually taking him here out on the road with me. He's going to travel the world. He loves riding in the van already. He gets so excited when I get the keys and then get his leash. His tail goes 100 miles an hour. He hops in the van. He hops on the bed. He sticks his head out the window. He has free roam to the van while I'm driving. He loves it. He loves going places. He loves seeing people. He's a really cool dog. I'm really blessed that I found him, and I feel like it was meant to be. If you would understand, this place where I live, it's the middle of nowhere where my parents live. It's out in Port St. Lucie, Florida, on like a dead-end road, the last road, and the very last road of the neighborhood, and just seemed like somebody had beat him up. He has a scar on top of his nose. Just seemed like somebody beat him up and starved him to death. Probably kept him in a cage his whole life, his whole beginning of his life, and then thankfully they got rid of him. They let him out on my street, and he didn't know where the hell he was, so he dug a little hole and he was living in there, poor guy. But his name is Rocko, and if you guys are wondering how I got that name for him, me and my girlfriend at the time, we were trying to catch him in the woods, and he has these big ears, and one of my favorite cartoons when I was a kid was called Rocko's Modern Life. It was a little dingo. So I say he looks like Rocko from Rocko's Modern Life. So I'd go around at night and through the day trying to catch him. I'd be like, hey Rocko, come on boy, come on Rocko. So I already named him before I had him. So after I had got him, just like, what was I gonna name him? I asked, hey, what do I name him? And they said, well, his name's already Rocko. So I said, yeah, true. So it goes with it. It fits him, I guess. He's an awesome little dog. I'm really happy I found him. Rocko, being a little camera shy. He wants to get the rabbits. Rocko, what you doing, boy? You want to get them rabbits? That's all he wants to do. He wants to run through the woods. He's short. He goes right into the little trails, the little rabbit trails, and that's what he lives for. Hopefully I can take him out to some cool places and he can go roaming, hunting, doing what he loves to do. Anyways, guys, I just want to tell you a little about Rocko, the vandwelling dog. I appreciate you guys watching. Everyone who's subscribed to my channel means so much to me. Everyone who's taking the time to give it a thumbs up and comment and support my dreams. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys.